Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am filming my eBay open kind of review slash what I want to know from you guys based off of what I found the most helpful, what specific videos you guys would like to see. So first of all, I did change my filming background because my back was hurting a lot from being on the plane all day because today is Saturday. So my back was hurting from being on the plane all day, and I want to be comfortable, so I'm in my rolly chair, so that's why I'm not filming in my usual spot. But I am going to film kind of like this review slash what specifically you guys would like to see, because it's going to be impossible to kind of like film one for everything, and some I found definitely way more helpful. So first I'm gonna start with the experience overall, what to expect if you want to go next year, like more or less what the different programs were. I mean, I'm sure that they changed them, but I'm going to talk about what specifically this year was like, and so maybe it's kind of like a preparation for next year. So let's jump right into this. All right, so I have this eBay open book, and this is what I'm going to be going off of. And I kind of highlighted which one specifically I wanted to talk about, and I want to walk you guys through what to expect and things like that. I am posting a vlog, but the vlog is very scattered with different things, just so you guys can have an inside look at it. So first, I'm going to start off by talking about some cost involved in going to the eBay open. So as a lot of you guys may know, I had a roommate. My roommate was Lindy Glenn, which she is a YouTuber, and that is how we met. We met through YouTube, and we decided we would room together just because the costs associated with going were going to be so high, and we figured that having a roommate would definitely save a lot of money, as well as like who wants to go by themselves, you know? And we seemed like we had a lot in common, and we just kind of jumped into it. We got along super well. I didn't think we were gonna get along as well as we actually did. We had so much in common, and it was crazy how much you can get to know somebody in just like that short amount of time, and overall just build such an amazing friendship. So that was really awesome. And even though we did meet through YouTube, we did meet other people that were rooming together that met through Facebook groups and different platforms. So definitely, if you are thinking about going next year, I would probably go that route, just because I'm not saying just to room with anybody, but I'm saying maybe you can start building a friendship from now on Instagram or on a Facebook group or somewhere. I mean, there's so many platforms where sellers are getting to know each other, and maybe you have a friend already that you can talk about going to eBay open with, and that will drop down the cost. We stayed at the MGM Grand, and we got a special room rate with the MGM Grand, and I'm pretty sure it was like a low 100 a night. So when you shared the room, it came out to like 300 or 350 a night. So the room was really, was probably one of the things that could be the highest amount. Then the ticket cost was, I believe, $220 or $250. $250 or $220, I can't remember. But that was the ticket cost price. And then depending on where you're located in the United States, you can either drive or fly there. I had to fly because I live in Miami, and it's a 4.5, 5-hour plane ride, so I needed to fly. If I would have lived closer, I would have loved to do the drive, because it is such a beautiful drive. I have personally done the from LA to Vegas drive, and it's an amazing drive. So like, for example, Megan Reed, she YouTubes also, and she actually drove from LA to Vegas, so that would definitely be a way of saving cost if you are close enough that you can drive. And that's pretty much the basic cost associated with that. So I think if you start saving from now, there should be no reason why you wouldn't be able to go when the time comes. Obviously, different financial things occur, and everybody's in a different financial position. But if you start saving from now, I think that there shouldn't be any reason why you couldn't then go for a year from now, because it's going to be in the same time frame as it was this year. They already kind of started talking about it, and I believe it is also going to be at the MGM again. Now let's jump into the actual open, kind of like what we did, how it was planned and everything. So I'm going to start off with Monday. So Monday, the eBay open hadn't started. Did it start? No, it didn't start Monday. So Monday we just kind of got there. We settled into Vegas. and you know, just kind of hung out. We just walked around the strip a little bit. You could have gotten there Tuesday if you had an early enough flight. You could have definitely, wait a second. Yeah, you could have definitely got there Tuesday, but I got there Monday because I didn't want to feel a time change, and I know a traveling day, my plane ride again was 5 hours, so I knew myself and I knew I needed that extra day. But you could have definitely gotten there Tuesday if you felt it was right for you, but I would more than likely recommend getting there Monday. So Monday was just kind of like settling in, things like that. Then Tuesday came around, and at 12 o'clock was registration time. And at registration time, you just kind of walked around, stopped at the eBay store or the eBay open store, got your swag bag, which I put like what was in the swag bag in my vlog. So that's gonna be going up tomorrow. And you just kind of walked around and explored and all that. Then from 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. you went to the expo hall, which the expo hall was, it was set up so beautifully. I did get footage of that. So the expo hall, there were a lot of different vendors and exhibitors exhibiting, and they also had like a cocktail hour along with hors d'oeuvres. Like everything was top of the line. Like the liquor was like top shelf. Everything was crazy good. Then Wednesday, they did include breakfast. So they included Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They included breakfast, and it wasn't just like a continental breakfast. It was eggs, bacon, salt. Like it was a breakfast. And so they had the breakfast. You had to be there from 7 to 8:15. And another thing I do want to point out, I'm only talking about the food because I think that for the price of the eBay open, it was so worth it for the food, because from Wednesday to Friday, which I didn't get to stay Friday because I had a really early flight because I didn't want to take a red eye, but from Wednesday to Thursday, like food was covered. Food was completely covered. You were covered for breakfast, lunch, and I mean, Thursday you had dinner, but Wednesday, like at the reception and stuff, like there was like finger food and stuff, so I wouldn't probably consider that dinner, but definitely like lots of snacks. I mean, there were constantly snacks everywhere, constantly drinks everywhere. It was crazy. I mean, they really went all out. So anyway, so then Wednesday started off with breakfast. Then you had the general session, which the general session, they brought up like different people from eBay, like some execs, including the CEO, like just different people from different departments. And they kind of were telling us like what the future of eBay would look like, announcing really fun, important stuff, things like that. Then you had the morning break, which again, it had snacks, all that. Then starting from 10:30 to 12, you had another general session, which again was just going over lots of new stuff coming out with eBay and different things like that. Then the expo hall was open all day. Then you had lunch and workshops, and then a networking reception. So besides the general session, which the general sessions I found very helpful because there was so much they were sharing, definitely found the workshops were obviously the next important thing, and there were so many workshops that you could choose and attend. So I did go through, and out of all the ones that I went to, the ones that I feel like were the most significant that I would like to make a video and talk about, if you guys want to hear about it, just let me know in the comments. If you guys want me to make maybe a specific video about something, then this is what I felt was really helpful to me personally. It was the perfect listing, which they just kind of went over how to optimize your listings, maximum visibility, sales, incorporating best practices for mobile, product images, all that kind of stuff. Then the next one I thought that was really good was the building your brand through social media. Actually, there's some stuff that I would definitely have not said if I were doing the speech, so I would like to go over that possibly. And then maximizing sales with eBay marketing tools I thought was really helpful. They went over like promoted listings was basically what that was, and how promoted listings will help you, things like that. Then the case studies, the sellers share their secrets, I found that one to be super helpful as well. And then this top seller Q&A for fashion, I also found that one to be helpful. So those are the ones that were the most helpful to me in particular, being a fashion seller, and just what I found the most helpful. So some things I do want to go over that they said in the general sessions. In the general sessions, one of the things that I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this floating around on Instagram, but I'm going to give my opinion and why I think it's going to be helpful. So one of the things that I'm really excited about is that they did announce that they are going to be having this thing that you can take a picture of what somebody is wearing or has, and then it's going to bring up the similar items. I did get footage of that in the vlog, so you guys will see that tomorrow when the vlog goes up. But they did talk about how you are now basically going to be able to search by image, which I think is really helpful. And you guys know I have my other business, Love Always, and visual stuff has always been really important. So my company, that company, not my eBay company, but that company is involved in a program called, it's involved in a program that bloggers use to get affiliate payments through. So that is what has brought in my business to the next level, is working with influencers and them showing an item on their Instagram or on their blog and then linking back similar items. So for me, in my opinion, since I have worked with visual searches, because in a way that is a visual search, because somebody has seen somebody wear something and then all they have to do is click the link and it shows up to multiples or similars, has helped my business tremendously. So I can speak from experience that that is going to be amazing, especially when it comes to what other bloggers and influencers are wearing and stuff like that. People will easily be able to search that on eBay without having to type anything in. So I know it's a big step because people are going to have to know that they can do this. So I'm hoping that it can be brought to everyone's attention, and I did talk to some people in social, and I think they are going to be working with more influencers. If you guys watch my channel, I've talked about my channel and how my business has grown and stuff like that. You guys know that influencers, when I say influencers, I mean bloggers, I mean YouTubers, I mean Instagrammers. That's what I mean by an influencer. They are everything to my business. They really are what keep my business running, my Love Always business. So I think by them having that, it's really gonna open doors for so much more. So I am personally really excited for that. That search optimization is going to be key, I think. I'm hoping that they'll roll it out in time for holiday because I think it's gonna be perfect. The key is that we are going to have to let people know. People are gonna have to know that they can do that, you know what I mean? And I hope that eBay does a good job doing that. Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to talk about that they did announce. So promoted listings, there is a lot of talk about promoted listings, and in the fashion category, you cannot do it only with quantity of 2 for promoted listings. So apparently promoted listing, they are working on it so that everybody is going to be able to do promoted listing with quantity 1 in fashion. So I think that's going to be huge because with promoted listings, again, eBay does promoted listings, and it's kind of like working with an affiliate, because when I work with my affiliates on Love Always, I am not paying them. I am paying them once the item sells. And like I said, you guys, that 10%, or you're gonna be able to choose like between 4 and 10%, whatever percent works best for you. That percent it may seem like a lot to people, but like for example, my affiliate is 15%. I give my influencers 15% when the item sells. I'm actually gonna be raising that to 20 because I want the maximum I can get and I want people to work with me. So with promoted listing, it's very similar to that. That 10% you're not, or whatever percent you're gonna use, you're not gonna have to pay it until the item sells. And if your margins aren't good enough, like you should be pricing your stuff that wouldn't affect how much money you make. So I think that that's such a minuscule number that when it sells and then you have to do the payout, I don't think it's going to be significant. I think it's going to be responsible for a big jump in sales. People are talking already how much in sales that they were doing. So I think I am totally for promoted listings. I have the mentality that it takes money to make money. And if you weren't going to get that sale at that price, if you wouldn't have done promoted listing, like what's the point? You know, like you got the sale because of the promoted listing, and you're gonna be able to see that. You're gonna be able to see if you got the sale from the promoted listing, how much you made from the promoted listing. It's all gonna be broken down. So I am for promoted listing, and I'm really excited for them to bring it to the fashion sector, and with that quantity one, so that we can all use it and hopefully see an increase in our sales. And really, it's awesome because you don't have to pay anything unless you're making money. So you're making money, eBay's making money. I think it's a win-win. So that was the next thing. Then also they were talking about lots of cool things, like for example, with the Google Home, you can already search for an item with the Google Home. Like how much are these, they use the example, how much are these Air Jordans selling for, using the Google Home. So I think that they're working on a lot of different technologies that are going to help us. And just by them trying to get out, like doing all the ads and the campaigns and the fill your cart with color, like they are trying to get eBay out there in the public, make it a cool place for people to want to shop. So by them spending all that money in advertising, like billboards, commercials, YouTube commercials, different things like that, it's only going to bring us more sales, and it's going to make shopping on eBay, especially for fashion buyers, you know, something, or fashion sellers, something that people are gonna wanna start doing. People are gonna see it as cool. And I think just overall that that's gonna do a huge boost in sales for fashion sellers, and really everybody else. So, because a lot of people have like the conception like, oh, eBay, I'm not gonna buy something there. Well, they upgraded it in a way that, you know, like look how cute this looks. Like the fill your color stuff, like look at how nice all this looks. Like it looks nice. It doesn't look old. It doesn't look outdated. It looks new and fresh, and it makes me want to shop when I see the eBay commercials and when I see different things. So I think all that is positive, and they definitely went into detail all about that. Then we got the guaranteed shipping, which I think guaranteed shipping is a lot like Amazon Prime, because you are being guaranteed you're going to receive an item. So how guaranteed shipping is going to work, for those of you that aren't sure yet, it's not everybody is applicable for it yet, but hopefully by the end of the year everybody will be, or whenever it is that they're going to allow people. So guaranteed shipping is just basically with a certain date, the buyer is going to be able to search based on that date, and when that date comes, let's say that the package doesn't get to the buyer, like let's say they need it within 2 or 3 days and it doesn't get there, if it is the seller that's responsible for it, obviously you're gonna have to eat the shipping cost because you were guaranteed shipping. But if it's the post office, then eBay is gonna be responsible for that. So there is incentive for that buyer to search that way, and I think that is also going to bring a lot of different customers from Amazon shopping on eBay, especially when there's a guaranteed shipping kind of option. So I think overall eBay is trying their best and is really showing big improvements in just being in the population, like being in amongst regular, you know, like regular consumers. And I think that there's going to be so much growth and potential for growth, and I think it's going to benefit all of us. So those are some of the most important things I found. Then there was also a talk about the future. It was basically like this lady that focuses on the future, like what is to come for e-commerce, and I found that really interesting too, how just seeing how bright the e-commerce future really is, and I just thought it was great. So those are some different things that I found very important. Also, some things that I gained out of it. I definitely want to be working on my descriptions. I want to be making my descriptions on my item listings look more professional. I'm going to be changing up my pictures, meaning I'm going to have just a white background for my pictures. I just want to overall have a more professional feel, and not that I didn't think that before I went, but now I have an urgency to do all this before the holidays. So I'm definitely going to be upgrading my stuff to look like, you know, I may not be Nordstrom, I may not be a multi-billion-dollar company, but yeah, I'm still professional. Yeah, you can feel comfortable shopping with me. Yes, you know, I'm a legit store. So I'm gonna be working on all of that as well. So it definitely did open my eyes up to things like that also. And that's pretty much what I wanted to go over with that. that is pretty much what I wanted to talk about there. Did I want to talk about anything else? So my overall thoughts on the eBay Open. So my overall thoughts on the eBay Open, don't get me wrong, I don't think that if you don't go to eBay Open, like, you know, you're not gonna like miss out on making $1 million or something. But I think if you have the opportunity to go, if you have the chance to go, if you have the funds to be able to go, I think absolutely you should go. I thought it was very helpful in certain ways. Just also learning from different sellers was super helpful, meeting with the different sellers, and just really overall like using it as a motivator, especially with the holidays coming up. I just thought was amazing. And I think that eBay does such a good job. They did such a good job. I mean, I was truly proud to be working with such a great company, like to be selling my items with such a great platform and with such a great company. I think it was worth it. I mean, I think for the price, it's definitely worth it. I mean, the ticket cost was like $250. And like I said, the food wasn't just like whatever type of food. It wasn't sandwiches. It was like food, you guys. It was amazing. It was like a wedding. Then they had top shelf alcohol. Then they did the Brooklyn Bowl, and you could bowl, you could dance, you watched the concert. They had like hats they were giving out. They just like went so all out for everything. It was incredible, and it made me really proud to work with a company like that and to be a part of something like that. And I think, yeah, people are like, oh, why do I need to network with other sellers? I could just network online or on Instagram. You guys have to remember that for us full-time sellers and even part-time sellers, we don't have a regular job. Like, it's not a regular job that you're going to conferences and lunches and this and that. Like, a lot of the time is spent by ourselves, working by ourselves. A lot of us don't have employees. Like, a lot of us are not interacting with other people. We're not you know, so being able to be like in the same room with a ton of people that do the same thing as you, I think is so empowering and so amazing, just for yourself and for your working, and like just for like mental health. I think it's important that you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that do the same thing as you, and you learn from each other and you learn from others. I think that's amazing. It was just really great. It was a really great experience, and I highly recommend it. Obviously it sucked being away from Eddie, so next year, the only reason he couldn't come this year was because he's taking time off for our honeymoon. So he couldn't take off from his corporate job and just be like, hey, I'm taking a honeymoon and I'm going out for a week, you know, like that. It just doesn't work like that, corporate life. But obviously very grateful for his job. But next year he will be joining and he will be coming with me, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna kind of make it a pretty big trip. We're gonna go to California first, and then we're gonna go to Vegas. So, and we're gonna kind of just make it like a vacation / eBay Open. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next year. You guys will for sure see me there next year. And hopefully lots of exciting stuff is to come. So I did talk about certain things. If you guys want me to go into detail about any of those things, please let me know. Or if you guys have any questions at all about the eBay Open, just let me know and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and that hopefully you guys will be able to go to eBay Open next year. I highly recommend it. Tomorrow the vlog will be going up. The vlog that it's kind of just like bits and pieces. It's very scattered. There isn't really anything. I just kind of like recorded bits and pieces from here and there, and kind of I'm just gonna put it together so you guys can get like an inside look of what the eBay Open looks like, what to expect if you're going next year. And that's really the only reason I did it, just so you guys can see. I also did do some selling while I was there. I purchased 2 bags. I sold one of them on Instagram one of the days I was there, and it was actually worked out because she purchased it. Like, she's paying the rest off next week, so I didn't actually have to ship it, and I bought another really great bag that I'm going to be selling, that I already posted for sale, and that I'm going to be selling this week. So it was great. I got some work in. Gambling, I put in $100 to one of the tables just for fun. Just, you know, for fun on the roulette table. And I won. I obviously got my 100 back, and then I won $80. As soon as I hit $80, I know that's not a lot because I was playing with like dollar chips. As soon as I hit the $80 back, like I told Megan, I was like, all right, I'm done. And she's like, you're smart. You made some money. You had fun. Like, that's it. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I made 80 bucks. Nothing that's really too much to brag about, but I had a really good time and didn't lose money. So that is a plus. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, those are my dogs. Those are my annoying dogs. Boca. Boca. Yeah, so if you're new to my channel and that doesn't deter you from subscribing, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you have any questions, please do leave it in the comment section below. I'll see you guys tomorrow on my vlog. Bye.